Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Serena. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I put together my fall 2018 dining room centerpiece tablescape, if you will. It's super easy. It's going to take you like 5 minutes. So if you guys are interested in what I did to put this together, then go ahead and keep watching. And if you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Serena and I put up new videos every week on literally anything and everything, and I'd absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So be sure to click that subscribe button down below, and if you want notifications, make sure you ding the bell as well. Without further ado, let's get into showing you how I put this fall centerpiece together. Okay, so I'm gonna get you guys started on what you're going to need to put this project together. And remember, what I'm listing here is completely subjective. I'm using what I already have on hand because I like to save space in my house and save money. So as far as the pumpkins, the leaves, the foliage, the vessel, the pottery, anything that I'm using, just take it as inspiration. You don't have to get the exact same thing that I'm using for this. So first, what you're gonna need is pumpkins. Now, these are crushed velvet pumpkins. I made them myself last year and I love bringing them out every single year. You can't really find anything like this in the store, which is why I use them every year because I am just so smitten with them. You can actually make these yourself. They're very easy, and I did use real pumpkin stems to make them. If you missed that tutorial last year, I will link the fall playlist for you up here and at the end of this video so that you guys don't miss out, because that video shows you how I put these together. It's actually really easy. All you need are pumpkin stems, some squishy stuff, and some crushed velvet. So check that out if you haven't already watched that video. Now, as far as a substitute for these, if you do want to spend the coin, which you'll be spending a lot of money, you can buy these on Etsy. They're called velvet pumpkins if you want to Google them. They're available in some stores and available on Etsy, but you will usually pay a pretty penny for them. If you want to substitute a different pumpkin, you can absolutely use one of the faux craft pumpkins. In the craft stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, all of them have those plastic craft pumpkins, and those would look absolutely adorable in this as well. Now, aside from your pumpkins, you are going to need your foliage and a turkey pan. Now, again, I have a lot of foliage. The reason I have a lot of faux floral leaves is because I do tend to have a lot of floral projects in my home. I'm always working with faux floral. Therefore, I have always kept all of my faux floral leaves, which has, of course, turned into a big giant pile of leaves. I, this year, thought to myself, hey, how can I use what I already have at home to create a fall centerpiece that is just a bit different from last year's fall centerpiece? I did make a video on that, so if you guys want to check it out, be sure to check out the fall playlist. So if you don't have a ton of faux floral foliage just lying around the house, you can absolutely pick up a garland at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. Any craft stores floral department is going to have long chains of floral and or ivy. So usually you can find just the greenery on its own in a long chain, and that usually will supply you with a lot of foliage to start off with. Now, I did go out and purchase a wreath, and I purchased some, I would say this looks like sage. I think that that's what they were going for, but I purchased the sage to kind of go along with the wreath because I felt like it was a similar color palette, and I've really been liking that light minty sage green color with white, and I just think for fall it's just a different look. It's been popular the last few years, and I think this year I wanted to kind of dabble in the trend. So I picked up some of these. These were from Hobby Lobby. These are $5.99 a piece. Hobby Lobby always has sales, so I think I ended up paying either half off or 40% off. And same thing with the wreath. Same goes, I ended up paying half off or 40% off. And you're going to need a pan of some sort if you want to have something holding everything in underneath your vase. And finally, you're going to need your vase. I love this one. I feel like I got such a deal on this vase. I got it from I think TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and it ended up only being $24. This vase reminds me so much of Pottery Barn and the vases that they're peddling for hundreds of dollars. So I was really excited to score this one, and it's such a good size, and I just love that it's like that two-tone neutral color. I'm a big fan. So that is all I'm using to put all of this together. I'm not using any glue or any ties or rope or string, anything like that. I'm just going to pile everything together, and it's gonna look fantastic. Let's get started. You guys, I'm laughing right now because I'm like, please excuse my cleavage in that last shot. I was like holding the vase, my bra was showing. You guys don't care, we're all friends here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna kind of shove my foliage aside. And then, like, just to mention, you guys, everything that I'm doing here is on a really large scale. And that's because my dining room is kind of large and my dining room table is huge. I have like a 11-foot dining room table that my husband and I built ourselves so that we could have a lot of people in the dining room all at once. So this does not look insane on my giant dining room table, but if you have a small dining room table, by all means, smaller vase, smaller pumpkins, smaller foliage, etc., etc. You know the drill. And then also, I totally didn't mention, you can use real pumpkins for this as well. Real pumpkins work, and they're way cheaper, and you just throw them away when you're done. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I'm gonna move all of my foliage over, and I'm gonna set my pan right kind of in the middle here where I want it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to pile all of my leaves kind of haphazardly around here, and I'm gonna stick my vase just right in the middle. That way I know kind of what I'm working with. So vase goes in the middle, and then I'm just gonna start buffing leaves around the base of my vase. So I'm literally just taking large handfuls and shoving it in. And then as I go, if I see leaves that I want to stick out, I'll just kind of set those aside. So what I'm doing right now is I like these little guys to stick out over the vase. So I'm gonna set those aside and then just kind of set the rest off to the side here. And then from there, I'm going to start to pile my pumpkins in here. I want this to look good 360 degrees around. So I'm gonna have pumpkins on all sides, and obviously the area facing outward when the guests come into the door is going to be like the cutest side. But I do want it to look good from all angles. So just be aware of that. That's what I'll be doing. And I'm just going to face the leaves out and just kind of rearrange them after I've piled them in so that they look nice and not orderly, but just kind of a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Okay, so now that I've got a nice little pile here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my wreath just right on top here. That way there's greenery coming around the side of my vase. From there, I'm gonna pick a pumpkin and set it up top, however I want it to look, just like that. And from here, I'm going to just tweak everything. So I will be shoving my pumpkins in here. And then what I'll be doing is tweaking, and then I'll be moving this and just kind of setting some of the greenery under the pumpkin's little butt. That way the greenery from here matches down here as well, and then I'll be adding the sage green. These guys, I'll be adding that in last. And like I said, these little skinny guys, I'm just gonna stick them in here as well because I like the way they look, just kind of coming out of the wreath. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the excess leaves and kind of cover my turkey pan, just like this. And that's totally optional. You don't have to do it like that, but I just really like it to look very green. It's okay if some of the white is showing in the lip. I just think it looks nice, piled nice and messy. So you'll just go all around your pan. From here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to snip my sage leaves off and twist them so that I get a few nice little sprigs. I just want them kind of around that size so that I can just stuff them in there. You don't need a ton since this color really pops. So that's why I only got 3 sprigs of them, or 3 stems of them. I just think that they look really pretty, and there's just something about it that looks so yummy mixed in with the white pumpkins. I just love it. All right, now all I'm gonna do is just kind of shove them in there with the pumpkins. That way that nice sage color is just incorporated throughout this little tablescape. And that is it. You are finished. So this took me like 5 or 10 minutes to throw together. It was super easy, and the takedown is gonna be really easy as well, because all I need to do is shove all these leaves in some Ziploc baggies and they'll be good to go for next year. And don't forget to take this video as inspiration. You don't have to do everything I did or use everything I did. And remember, you can always scale the size up or down according to your home and your home decor, your dining room and your dining table, all that good stuff. All right guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and make sure to ding the bell if you want notifications every time I upload something new. Thanks so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah! Bye!